Hey, what's up, guys? This is George from Casa Grande 247 Vibes, along with CasaGrandeGuide.com. We're here at the car show for Casa Grande, and this thing started at 9 a.m. this morning. As you can see, there's a lot of people here, a lot of awesome cars. It's going to be a great time today. They have some vendors here. You got some old school rides. You got a Caprice right there. Oldsmobile Cutlass Supreme. You got an S10 over here on hydraulics and spoke wheels. Beautiful looking Malibu right there. 57 Chevys. Casa Grande always has a good turnout for car shows. You guys need to check it out. Keep an eye on a lot of your local listings for events that are going on in Casa Grande. Casa Grande has a lot to offer. Everybody comes together as a community when things like this happen. It's pretty awesome. But come on down, guys, and have a good time. All right, guys, so we're here with Mitch. Mitch is one of the guys that puts this whole event together in Casa Grande for the car show. Tell us a little bit about what you guys got going on here.
Well, Casa Grande Street Fair and Car Show. We bring about 250 cars out, 25,000 people. I bring in about 8 judges. Been doing this for about 5 years. We have about a panel of 8 different judges coming around judging every car, looking at interior, exterior, suspension, wheels. We sponsor about 12 different classes. So we've got custom cars, hot rod cars, muscle cars. We do OEM, so unmodified, kept, from the factory. We do historical. So anything prior to 1940, so bring out the old cars, a couple of those Model A's and stuff like that. Just try and bring out as many people as we can, and we try and make it better every year. We switch things up a little bit. This year, a lot of people will tell you we've done a show and shine side where people can come. They're still eligible for for the People's Choice, and then on this side we have the judge where they're competing for individual classes.
That's awesome. So how many times a year do you guys do the car show?
We do it once a year. It's in January, basically second weekend in January, I believe, but every year. This is the 24th annual, so been here 24 years.
Is this going to run till Sunday, till tomorrow?
Car show is only on Saturday. The street fair is on Saturday and Sunday. It's 9 a.m. to 4 today and 10 a.m. to 3 tomorrow. So.
Awesome, guys. So if you guys see this going on, spread the word. Come outside for the street fair as well, because they got some great vendors out here, a lot of cool stuff. What's the grand prize for the car show?
Well, grand prize is going to be basically our trophies. It is a fundraising event, so we don't put a whole lot of money into our trophies, but we do have really nice trophies done by Rodriguez Welding this year. They are CNC plasma cut, powder coated, nice big panel. Got the logo, the year, and what class they're competing for. But we give one of those for each of the 12 classes, and then we have a larger one for Best in Show as well as People's Choice.
That's awesome. So I got one more question. What is your favorite car?
As a judge, I really don't want to say. I try to judge them evenly, but I was born a Chevy man, so that gives you a hint. You might see that.
All right, cool. I'm a lover of all kind of vehicles. I love Chevys, Fords, Oldsmobiles. You name it, I love it, especially if it's fast, man. I've got a lead foot. But hey, Mitch, thank you very much, Chris, man. tell me about your car.
Yeah, glad to be here.
It's a 1965 Impala. To me, is the best year. I got this car on Cinco de Mayo. It was an anniversary gift from my lovely wife, beautiful wife.
Oh, nice.
And because she knew that I always wanted a old school car, And I told her, I said, if I ever get an old school car, I'm gonna hook it up. And I'd rather an old school car, because I was originally gonna go try to buy a Urus Lamborghini, but I chose the old car. I picked these over the old cars. So I had it since May. I did everything to it.
You want to give me a walk around?
Yeah, come on. So if you know about 4G autos, these are 4G auto rims, spokes. I got the 4G auto
Beautiful
steering
wheels.
wheel.
Nice.
It was the original 283 in here, but I put a 383 stroker in there because I want to go a little faster than what it was putting out.
Yeah, no doubt.
The car has gold leafing on it, but it's a willow green with a gold platinum pearl on it, so it lightened it up a little bit. I don't like to say this, but I'm the king in Phoenix when it comes to car shows, because I win them all the time when I go to Phoenix.
Nice,
so I decided to bring it to my town and let everybody out here see what I've been doing to my cars. And this is my wife's Jeep. It's a 392 Rubicon.
Nice.
It's got the big motor in there. She did the interior, and she also have 4G autos on it. Then she got the eyes up front on this one. You can look at that, go around. Yeah. She got the eyes on it. And,
Nice.
you know, she hooked this car up too as well. So we both have, newer and the old car. We're just car lovers. We love cars and shopping too.
So on this Impala, do you just have a carbureted engine, or is it fuel injected?
It's a carbureted.
Carbureted?
So we want to leave it original. Give it
Nice.
that original feel, because a lot of people put LS motors in their cars.
Yep.
I don't have nothing against it, but when you're dealing with older cars, for me personally, growing up, there was no such thing as LSs, like that. So I left it original. Put a 383 stroker in there, chromed out the engine. I did the trunk, sounds in the trunk, and custom trunk, and it still got some stuff that I got to do back there, but I wanted to keep it more original as possible. Yeah, because when I look at classics, you have a classic car, but you have a brand new motor from a 2020 car inside your engine. That don't roll with me. So when I look at cars and classic cars, I like the older motors in it. But yeah, I love this car. It's my favorite car out of all the cars that we have.
That's awesome, man.
65.
Beautiful car, bro.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. There's still a lot of stuff that I got to do to it. I got like gold trimming. I just got to find somebody to put it on there for me. I have time. I got the engraved bumpers, gold everything. I just haven't had to find the time to do it because, between work and trying to find someone to do it, it's kind of hard, but you know how it is with building cars,
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes,
Takes time.
It takes time, yeah.
Takes time and patience.
Time and patience.
And a lot of money.
I have neither. And I done lost money between these two cars. We done lost a lot of money on these cars. So yeah, it's a lot, like you said, it's a lot of time and patience, man. And if you're a car lover, you're gonna go through it.
For sure.
The pain, growing pains, sometimes stuff don't be right. And you gotta go back and, do it again, But all in all, I love this car, and I have fun actually building it, so still got a lot more stuff to do to it.
Yeah. Well, thanks for showing me your vehicle, man. It's a beautiful car, dude. I just had to get this on camera and talk to you about it.
That's all good, man.
Thank you, man.
Anytime.
Yep. All right, guys, so I'm here with the Public Information Officer, T. Anderson. Casa Grande does a really good job of protecting the city, and they got some great officers. And I was walking through the car show, and I saw the SWAT truck here, and I just needed to ask some questions because this thing's a beast. Can you tell us more about that?
Sure. It's actually a product made by Lenco. It's a Ford F450 platform, and we call it the Bearcat. That's the name that they give it from the Lenco company. But we use this vehicle to protect our employees, our officers, and our SWAT operators when they are on high-level danger scenes or emergencies, especially if we have to take them into an area where we believe there's going to be a threat, that we don't want an officer just to walk up to a house or walk up to a vehicle or an incident without some more protection than what they're wearing, right? So this is about 10 tons, pretty thick steel and armament. The windows are a few inches thick. It can actually take 50 caliber rounds. So pretty serious piece of equipment. We've had it for quite a few years here. We're not the only ones in the county that have one of these, or in the state, obviously, but this one belongs to the Casa Grande Police Department.
That's amazing. So with all that armament, now you said 50 caliber round. Are you talking about like one of those long range rifle 50 caliber rounds?
Correct, yeah. And I mean, obviously, there's always some type of weaponry that can defeat anything, right? But that's designed to protect people that we put inside of it, to take them into an incident so that they get in there safely. But there's some other uses for it as well. We're able to communicate with people that may be a threat to themselves or the community by communicating with them through the speaker system. There's cameras attached to this to where we can see things at night or in certain weather situations. There are ports on the sides of each side of the vehicle that allow us to pass a phone or some other way to communicate with people through it to people, so we can talk to them without having to step out of the vehicle. It's a very useful tool for us. It's used quite often anytime that we have a threat level high enough to deem it.
So you said it's used quite often. That lets you know that this vehicle's serious business. But yeah, if you guys are on the criminal side of the fence, do not mess around, because Casa Grande does not play. Obviously, they have this vehicle to combat a lot of the crime and just serious situations that are going on. But thank you very much for interviewing with me.
Absolutely.
I really appreciate it, man.
You're welcome,
Thank you.
yeah.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
You too. Over here we have a GTO nicknamed the GOAT. These cars were notorious for being very fast, very powerful, and had a very fierce reputation. Beautiful. Looks like it's got a custom engine in there. Electronic fuel injection. Nice setup. All right, so I'm over here with AJ. This guy's got an amazing Lincoln over here. Tell me more about this Lincoln, brother.
I bought it about 4 years ago. It's a 65. It had 42,000 original miles. Now maybe 45,000 original miles. Everything's original in it, minus the wheels and the air ride. But AC, heater, everything works in it.
So what about the engine? Did you guys do any mods?
No, we pulled it, resealed it, but other than that, it's a 430.
That's awesome, man. You want to give me a walk around?
Yeah. So as you can see, the interior, we had it redone. It's all brand new. We went back to original, no designs. It's just put it back to the way it was.
Beautiful, man.
And the only thing you can get for this 430 is these covers for the dressing kit. Other than that, they don't make no aftermarket parts for this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I see you got custom wheels on here. What size wheels?
Those are the 20-inch steels.
20-inch?
Yes.
Oh, nice. They look bigger than that, actually.
No, they're 20s.
Looks good, man. So the air ride suspension, how many modifications did you have to do to get that under here?
It's the A-arms and everything else is changed out in the front. The rear is 4-link, so I do have it changed out. It's a unibody car, but it's 4-link.
These are unibody?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
It is a unibody car.
I did not know that, man. These cars are very iconic. What year is this again?
65.
65, man. These Lincolns were everywhere. This was one of the staples of luxury back in the day for America. And this car shows it has a suicide doors. So why do they call it suicide doors?
Because they're open on the other side. I guess they say it's when the door in the back would grab you as it was moving.
Yeah, so Yeah, if you're traveling in this car, they didn't have the safety features like they do now. If you open that back door, man, you're flying out. But beautiful car, man.
Thank you.
Yeah, great car.
WELL.
So I'm over here with Ray. He's got a beautiful 55 Chevy Bel Air. Ray, tell me about this car, man. It looks great.
Well, it was finished in 2022. It's got an LS6, 525 horse motor in it, R7 automatic.
Dude, give me a walk around in this beautiful car.
It's got a 9-inch Ford rear end in it. I don't know what else to say.
Did you have all the? Did you do this paint yourself and all the mods?
Yes.
Oh,
Well,
nice.
I have a body man that does my work and stuff like that.
But you build cars.
But I build cars.
Oh,
yes.
that's amazing. Yeah, I come from a pretty strong car culture myself. Never built anything like this, but I love doing modifications, horsepower stuff, lowering, suspension. So what kind of suspension you got? Is it all custom?
Yes, it is. It's got a TCI frame in it, and it's got a 9-inch Ford 4-link suspension. It's got the front suspension is TCI.
Beautiful. Look at this color. Interior is mint. You got the tilt steering on there too. Now, did that come factory with these cars?
No, it did not.
Okay, so tilt steering did not come factory on the 55 Bel Airs. That was all custom mod, but it's a great mod. You know, tilt steering just makes things a lot easier when you got to drive your vehicles for long distance. Beautiful car.
Thank you.
So I'm talking with Cole right now about his Challenger, 2021 Challenger Red Eye wide body. Can you tell us more about that?
Yeah, so when I heard they weren't making them anymore, I was like, well, this is an opportunity to pick one up for cheap because I just know they're going to go up because now they're going full electric.
Yeah, for sure.
I've always been a V8 guy, and this is my dream car, and I finally got it, and I like it a lot.
How much horsepower is this putting down?
It's putting down 797 horsepower.
Is that factory?
That is factory, yes.
Factory, 797 horsepower. I don't know if you guys know how much horsepower that really is, but that's a ton. What kind of wheel torque is that putting down?
It's putting down 707 foot-pound-feet of torque.
707 foot-pounds of torque is tremendous power to the rear wheels. So have you taken this to the track yet?
I have not, but I've done some street dynoing, and it gets up in boogies.
That's awesome,
for sure.
man.
Yeah, it is fast.
How do these handle? I know the Challengers and the Chargers are a little heavy, but how does this car handle?
Oh, it handles phenomenal. Like it's like driving on a cloud. It's smooth and like that's why like factory it comes with 305s all the way around, but it normally comes with all seasons all the way around. But I threw some Toyo R888s in the back.
Nice.
Some drag radials because you have to have that to get some traction.
Oh yeah, sure.
You're slipping and sliding all over the road.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah, it's a lot of power. Yes, you got to have the right setup to go straight.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I'm glad you got one of these. I know Dodge is going all electric with their new Charger setup and stuff like that. A lot of car enthusiasts are not happy about that because, American Muscle is all gasoline vehicles, and this is like really one of the last American true muscle cars, after the 90s. You had like the Mustang Fox Body GTs, the Trans Am GTA, IROC Z, stuff like that. And this is one of the last true American muscle cars, and they're kind of, steering away from that and going towards all electric. Everybody's going electric right now. It's kind of sad, but yeah, people like this guy right here keeping this dream alive for a lot of muscle car enthusiasts. Beautiful car, man.
Yes, thank you very much.
I appreciate the interview, brother.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, man.
Have a good day.
Thank you, too, bro.
Thank you.
Okay, so I'm over here with Brad. We're talking about this beautiful truck that he has here. You want to tell me a little bit about this vehicle?
Well, it's a 34 Ford Custom. It's built from scratch. It's not a production trike vehicle. It's got basically the cab itself and the hood are steel, and the rest, everything else is fiberglass. And it's got a poly steel frame, not a regular frame like a car, and then it's got a big ass motor.
What size engine?
It's a 355 putting out 500 horsepower.
Nice.
Yeah.
This is a beautiful truck. I love the body on it. It looks beautiful.
It's,
the paint
it's all
is
custom
gorgeous.
from front to back.
Did you have this built?
I bought it built.
Bought it built.
Yeah.
Amazing. This is a beautiful car. A beautiful truck, I should say. Man, that's awesome. So this is what you guys get when you come to Casa Grande car shows. You have a lot of custom builds showing up. You have like a lot of stock builds, but this is just a one-of-a-kind build right here. You can see they put some really serious work into it, from the tubbing in the back. I mean, you got like a really wide wheel wells. It's lowered, custom frame, all that stuff, and a custom engine. It's beautiful. I mean, to see this car in person is just phenomenal. So we're over here with Brandon. Him and his lady have a awesome Dodge Viper. You want to tell me about that?
Yeah, it's 2003 when we got it. You know how hard it was to find a low mileage, uncrashed, unmolested Viper in the country. We're looking for about 3 months, and then we came across this in Kansas.
You want to give me a walk around?
Sure. So when we bought it, it was originally bone stock, had nothing done to it, and then we looked online and we actually found a set of Gen 5 ACRE wheels, and so we bought those, had them powder coated. And I've always really liked the Ferrari, when Ferrari made the, I think it was a 458 that came with the red and gold and from the factory, and I love that. And my wife was like, I want to have kids. So I was like, I better buy this now before, or else we'll never be able to afford it. So, and then it only has an exhaust and an intake on it, but the kit that I built, the only thing I didn't build were these guys, the canards, and then that middle piece of carbon on the wing. I couldn't get that curvature perfect, so ended up having to buy one.
That's beautiful, man. So you made all the carbon that's on the bottom here?
Yeah, the diffuser, and then the side skirts, and then the rear skirts, and the supports.
Awesome car. And yeah, Viper SRT 10, and this has got the 10 cylinder in it, right?
Yeah, so they all came with 10 cylinders, and they all came with 6 speeds, the T56s.
Woo! Beautiful. Yeah, for those of you that don't know out there, Vipers are actually, they were designed from Lockheed Martin, if you want to get into the history of these cars. So these cars were like specifically aerodynamically designed, from the frame all the way up even to the engine. I mean, this thing's amazing. It's got 10 cylinders. How much horsepower is this putting down?
This is about 550. It's got a little hop up to it, but they come 505 in this configuration this year. 505 is from the factory.
That's awesome. And how much does this car weigh?
3,000 pounds.
550 and 3,000 pounds, man. That's a lot of power right there. What's the wheel torque?
I haven't done dyno on it as of yet. I was waiting to get a couple other things done, and then take it to the dyno.
But so you think it's putting down like 450 to the wheels, maybe?
Probably, yeah. Sounds about.
And that's a lot of wheel torque. If you guys don't know that, 450 to the wheels, man. It's a lot of power to the rear wheels. But this car is amazing, man. It's very unique.
We won't do a lot of burnouts. The tires on this car are about $1,000 each. Not yet. We just moved out here, so
dude, go to Canyon Lake, man. That road is nice and curvy, man. Oh man, you guys have some fun.
On Monday, I think there's a supercar meet that's going on that they're all taking through the canyons, and they're supposed to leave like a address to certain people because limited amounts. But I think we're gonna go to that, and then also I just finished this.
Nice.
still got to touch up a couple things.
Are those 210s?
Yeah.
Pretty cool. You don't see this kind of base power in some of these vehicles like this because you can't fit it anywhere.
Right. It
But,
came with a factory subwoofer that was a 6.5 in between the seats.
Yeah.
But it always sounded like garbage, and it
Yeah.
never got loud. And what I didn't know is I started out with 8s, and then so this is sealed and separate from the cab. So in order to even hear it, you had to turn it all the way up, and it was just heating them up. And so I had to upgrade to competition 10s, and then get an amp that would keep them cool. So everything runs cool. Everything's running at 2 ohms. And nothing pulls from the lights don't dim because you run an external battery. Had to run 0 gauge all the way from the alternator straight to there's a yellow top underneath here, the factory battery location. But now you can actually hear it. It vibrates the whole car, but now you can actually hear it.
Have you ever thought about running like a port through the car to let that air, that frequency get into the cab?
I thought about it, but I just, in all honesty, we decided we're gonna track this car. I mean, nothing too crazy, but I mean, that's the whole point of us, buying is to have fun with it. And
no doubt.
so all this is gonna come out eventually, probably within the next, I don't know, a year and a half. Because we got so many tracks right by us that why not?
Yeah, no doubt.
And I got a lot of the Viper community guys who want to go in there and run some laps with me. So
Awesome. Next on the list, man, you got turbocharge this bad boy.
yeah, well, I told my wife, I said, we could supercharge this thing right now or twin turbo it. All you gotta do is say no kids and I'll go do it. But she's not gonna do that.
Yeah, twin turbo in this car would be insane because if you even single turbocharge any car's engine, you're almost adding another half of that horsepower to the vehicle right off the bat without even a tune. So this thing would be putting out probably about 800 horses.
On the twin turbo kits, they're basic. There's a ANC in Marietta, California, who does crazy turbo kits, and just a basic twin turbo kit for this thing is putting well over 1,000.
Yeah.
And just this platform can hold so much power, and that's why a lot of the guys who are doing the half-mile stuff, they're running these cars is because of how much they can handle. Those are 2,500 and they're sequential, but the reason that all the guys are liking to run the Dodge is because the aero and that they have a ton of power they can plant to it and they're not blowing stuff.
Yeah.
I will say this transmission is finicky. It's very tight. You got to be very accurate.
Pretty cool, man. Dodge Viper, you got to get one. Checking out some of the booths over here. I'm over here with Robert. You've got some something going on here for the veterans and everything. Tell us more about what you got going on.
Yeah, so we're out here just spreading awareness. We are raising money and selling pavers for Veterans Memorial Park that we're building here in town. It's for all of Pinal County. There's 174 men and women that died in action fighting for our freedoms, and so 15 years ago a group of men got together and decided that they wanted to build a memorial. And unfortunately, they've all since passed away, but we continue to carry on that legacy and are currently under construction. So we're excited. If people get a chance to swing by Pinal and Rodeo Road, you'll see the park going up. We've got a structure and excited to just really memorialize all of those men and women as well as honor all of our veterans from our communities.
Is that the spot that's over before the airport?
Yeah, so we're just south. If you, the Ed Hooper Paul Mason Sportsplex, there's a bunch of softball fields there that are pretty common. There's some dog parks, and then the new fire station's being built right on the corner, so it's just north of that property. If you swing through there, you'll be able to see what's going on. So it's been very exciting.
Very important. Give these guys some respect. Thank you very much for your time.
Yeah, no, thank you. Thank you. And people can, if they want some more information, they can find it at pcvmf.org. So that's pcvmf.org, Pinal County Veterans Memorial Foundation. So thank you for your time.
Thank you, brother.
All right, man.
Thanks,
Appreciate
man.
it.
Yep, thank you.
Yeah.
So there you have it, guys. Casa Grande Car Show 2025. It's a great turnout. People were just great here. You had some great vendors. All these car enthusiasts getting together and just coming together as a collective of people that love vehicles, and a lot of organizations out here. It's good to see the community getting together, having fun, families getting out of the house instead of playing video games all day and watching TV. But yeah, next car show, you guys got to make it. Keep an eye out for all the bulletins on Facebook and the city. I'm sure they have a lot more events coming up, but we'll see you later. This is George from Casa Grande 247 Vibes. Peace.